put away sinful behavior. Verse 8, but now you must put them all away, anger, wrath, malice, slander, and obscene talk from your mouth. What are these things? Let's start with a list again. The command is very simple. Put them away. Set them aside. Stop practicing them. Stop wearing them. First, anger. You're supposed to put anger away. Well, as I looked at this, I thought, well, what about righteous anger? You know, there's a way to be angry and be righteous. Not for me. We're sinners. While someone may have actually done something wrong to you, and there's a way to be angry at them, if you can even have a smidgen of a second of righteous anger, I would be surprised. Because as soon as we have a righteous anger, it then boils into sinful bitterness. It becomes resentful and ruthless. Only God can be perfectly righteous in His anger. Yes, someone can wrong us and we can be upset about it, but we never stop with a simple, I'm angry. No, if that anger sits, that anger becomes malice and slander. That malice becomes that anger becomes ruthless. The reason anger is on this list is because we're too sinful to truly be angry without sinning. We must be quick to forgive because Christ has been quick to forgive us. The second word on the list, the second sin on the list, wrath. Now, this is the same word that was used of God. The wrath of God is coming against these things. The wrath of God is coming against earthly things. Here it's saying we need to put off wrath. Again, we're sinful. We're wrathful in our unrighteous anger. We're wrathful because we're trying to protect our glory. God's wrath is righteous because it's protecting His glory. Whenever we exercise wrath, it always has a sinful motivation. Now, of course, there's always the righteous motivation that we use to justify that wrathful action. But it's always overwhelmingly sinful. Malice. This is just doing harm to others. This is being harmful to other people. Now, there's two ways to be harmful. Well, there's many ways to be harmful, but two kind of basic ways I want to think about. First is just the outright, I'm going to harm you. I'm going to say something that intentionally hurts you. I'm going to do something that intentionally pushes your button. If you've been a Christian for any long period, you know this isn't the way to go about being malicious. No, the safer way is to be passive-aggressive. The safer way is to not do something or not say something that will then hurt someone. This is like the husband and wife. The husband who says hurtful things and makes his wife cry, and she runs to the back room, and he knows it's his duty to get up and go care for her. But instead he sits on the couch. Because the longer he sits, the more hurtful it is. That's malicious. It's malicious passive aggression. No, it's the duty of the husband to go and care for his wife. He's intentionally holding back what she needs, and that is comfort and love. Fourth, slander. These are lies, but they're also lies that ruin reputations. When we're tempted to say something about someone, we need to ask a few questions. First, is it true? Is what we're going to say true? That's where it gets into slander. We're trying to ruin someone's reputation, usually with a lie or a twist of a truth. So first we need to ask, is what we're going to say entirely and perfectly true? Is telling that thing what you know helpful for the person you are telling it about? So whoever you're telling it about, is it going to be helpful for you, for them, for you to share it with someone else? Third and related, is telling what you know encouraging and helpful for the person you are telling it to? And then finally, will telling this thing glorify God and be good for the brothers and sisters? So is it true? Is it good for the person you're telling it about? Is it good for the person you are telling it to? And is it going to glorify God and encourage the saints? Obscene talk. from your mouth. This is words that are not encouraging or edifying. This is being unhelpfully humorous. It comes from a desire to be inappropriate, a desire to be humorous. No, as we've already said before, Paul tells us to put our minds on the things that are above, to think of those things that are honorable and noble. We also need to be saying those things. So what do we do with all these different sins? We put them away. This is our unrighteousness. Christ died for unrighteousness. We take off our filthy garments and we put them before Christ. He dies for them. He dies wearing them as if He had sinned, and we receive His righteousness. We put these things away because we have died to their power. We trust the power of these sinful actions has been conquered in Christ.